Today we are going to be talking about how to educate your lover, your partner, so that we can be better lovers for each other. And I think this is relative. It doesn't matter really if you're in a heterosexual relationship or same sex, or it doesn't matter, because it's all about communication and education versus criticism.
Yes.
Beautiful.
This is, communication starts with the nonverbal
Yes.
communication tips. Body language, tone of voice, the energy that is like, if you're upset, especially like if you're in the moment, I think tends to be the worst time of like, we need to change.
Worst time when you're making love.
Yes.
Caught me off guard there. How do we recover from that? Like, with grace.
An apology helps immediately. Sorry, honey, I didn't mean to say, ouch, that hurts. Too hard. How about, sweetie, can you go a little lighter?
Yeah.
That feels so nice now.
You just use air.
Michael, share with us, does a man want to know the truth? Does a man want to be educated about it?
And how
That's
do you
a
want
good
to be
question.
educated?
So,
and how and when? I think those are always the most two important questions of absolutely everything of your life.
that's a great question. So, I would say how and when. So, how is, in general, I mean, I don't know how connected you are and how awake your partner is, but for men, we're in different stages of our maturity about this piece. But in general, I think in the middle of the heated moment or lovemaking is probably the worst time to make a criticism.
Or an educate.
Criticism, that is like a trigger word, isn't it? So it's more like an education, because, this may come to a big surprise to everybody, but, men operate a little different than women. And so where men, we would like you to just shake our penis like a handshake when we say hello, women need a little more caressing inside of their hearts and inside of their, warming up their souls, And it's really about finding that balance, because neither one is wrong. Neither one is wrong.
That's right.
And there's a way to do that, in beauty with each other. And one of the things you can do is just come together before lovemaking, before you really get into those. This is kind of where you make agreements. And I know when you get married, there's implied agreements, but really you should sit down and iron out those agreements and get honest with each other.
And you can have fun with it, and it can be sexy.
Totally.
I want to talk about everything I want to do for you and everything I want you to do for me.
And maybe you're in that explorative relationship where it's like you need to reset those agreements every month, because I'm a different person this month than I was last month.
So he said a trigger word, and I just had a text of somebody wanting me to counsel because they love their wife, they love each other. They just had a heart talk, right? They just had which is amazing that they were even. And he is in a place of he needs to explore, and she's kind of sexually. I don't even know if she's closed down, but some women are closed down. Some women just don't have as high of a sex drive. But the term of explore, and even inside a closed relationship, a monogamous relationship, oftentimes there's no exploration.
Yes.
And that really, after so many years, we make love in the same bed, in the same day, with the lights out, or maybe a little bit of light. I'm sorry, that gets boring. Even a good steak.
Do you think some people sometimes get I want to explore means does the mind immediately go to something kinky, crazy, whatever? Because to me, explore can be as vanilla as it needs to be too. About
it can be.
I don't know how I want to be touched today. So if you can just tickle let's just go over pressure. No, that one's good. Harder, softer. Starting there. Yes. Is that good? That's where I want it to be today.
Yes.
It can be as simple too.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. And a woman's body, because we do have a menstrual flow, and we change, and the moon, affects the tides of the whole planet. We are 97% salt water, and when a woman is getting ready for her moon time, her bleeding time, we change, so our body gets more sensitive. And so with a man, and I don't mean to just make a blanket statement, but I'm going to
Yeah.
make a blanket statement.
Yeah, yeah.
I could probably, if he's comfortable, heterosexual comfortable, I probably could touch his cock and he would just love it. I don't have to do foreplay. I don't have to do hardly anything.
Yeah.
Now, there's some men who have a balance of feminine and masculine. They'll want more. But our body changes as a woman. That's why we're a mystery. That's why men say, well, I made love to you this way yesterday and you loved it. That was yesterday.
That's right.
That's not today.
I love that.
That doesn't mean we unlock the mystery. Yeah, the mystery piece is it's kind of like a double-edged sword for men. We love how mysterious you guys are, and it drives us crazy sometimes.
But I think it is so beautiful that you guys are like, you guys can be happy with like
Just
Yes.
very
direct,
simple. Like we do try to make you as complicated as we are, unknowingly, because it's like it's a surprise to us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's simple.
We're surprised. We're surprised we woke up this person today too.
Yeah.
Think of men as simple sophistication. They're not simple. Simple sophistication.
Yeah.
So,
Generally.
like I teach ladies, when you go to give your man a hug, let one arm be around his neck and let the other hand be on his package, and he will know you love him.
Yes.
Unequivocally, he will know it, and then send him off to work, and he will be the happiest man at the job.
That's so
Men. We're not like you. Don't go for our pussy, Miss
Yes.
Kitty. Don't go for the breast. What we need is a warm hug. Yeah, see, we both did that. A warm hug, or like caress the face, unless we've had abuse in our background and the face was a part of the
Yeah.
abuse. But or pushing our hair back a little. So, and you said it, Michael. You said it. Hi, how are you?
Yes.
And it's
That
like,
certainly
may
has
I
its
touch your
place.
heart?
Yes.
May I touch your
Correct.
heart?
Yeah.
And I tell you, for men, sex can often be the fix for everything ailing. And so don't get this confused with a woman, because if your female companion is upset, don't grab her breasts. It's not the time.
One would
I
think
know
that would
it's
be
in your mind.
obvious.
You think this ought to shift things. It's going to shift things. It's just not where you think, And really, it's about getting to know. It's not about making a woman wrong because she needs her heart caressed before lovemaking, or a man wrong because he just likes his genitals touched. It's about knowing that we are just different people.
Oh.
And how can we balance?
species.
How can we just balance and do the dance together where we honor each other's beauty?
That knowledge, education is the key, and most of our children don't go through a rites of passage. They don't get honest education about sacred sexuality.
I was thinking about that the other day, about like, how do we learn this, and without it necessarily have to be like the hard way,
I mean, if you were like me, it was like on the school ground.
At what point is like conversations like this, like at what age are appropriate for people to like for us to learn about us being such a different species? It's like we're not doing anything, but like these conversations are.
Well, something I didn't
Glad
know.
I'm getting it now.
Something I did not know. Men come out of the left side of their brain, and women come out of the right side of the brain. I did not know that. I thought that we had a brain, and I know there's different parts to it, but I thought we all accessed all parts, and we don't.
No.
So when is the right time? First of all, when the child asks a question, answer it honestly, but don't give them more information than what they've asked for. There are very reputable organizations and spiritual organizations where they do rites of passage, and part of that is teaching. And it's different than Sex 101 in the school, which we all know about that. Okay.
That was brutal.
And at any age, I mean, some of my clients are like, in their 40s, 50s, 60s.
Oh.
Correct.
And at any age, we can say, teach me.
Yes.
Show me.
Yes.
I want to learn more. We've changed.
Always.
We're older now, and our bodies respond differently. So once again, we're being given the 1 minute sign, and I know we probably could talk a lot more on this.
I do like this one.
Yeah. So we'll say thank you for sharing with us, and any time's a good time to learn more about yourself and your partners. You can have more than one. It's okay.
Yes.
Grandma tells you it's okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.